Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, where it's the first time I think I've heard my voice today. I know, sometimes switching on the camera is actually the first time I get to hear what I sound like. Sometimes it's a pleasant surprise. Sometimes I feel like I'm Pat Butcher from EastEnders. If you don't know Pat Butcher from EastEnders, the great late Pat Butcher, just do a YouTube. Yeah, or maybe I feel a bit more like Frank Butcher. Pat, I love you, Pat. Have a listen. It's a thing into itself. Anyway, Weekend Tarot, and we're using the Wild Unknown. Yes, which I have remembered the name of. Good. Okay, what do we need to know, please, about the weekend, 19th and the 20th of October? I found it really hard to sort of get the word October out of my mouth this month in a real, that's funny, that one was at the bottom, and I thought I'll just put that back and see if it comes out again, and it did. Yeah, it feels like October is too long a word to say, which I don't normally get. I know. First card we get is the World. And this is, I used to think that this looked like a Catherine wheel. And then I got into a whole 1970s Catherine wheel, your dad pinning it on the fence, the Catherine wheel going round and round and making that woo, woo noise. Do you remember that? And then going off into your neighbour's shed or whatever. But actually, recently, with my more sensible tarot hat on, I've noticed this is a snake. So it's Ouroboros, isn't it? It's Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself. And in this one, because, I don't know, I think the woman who, is it Chris Krantz? I think she's a very, very talented and very spiritual person, obviously, to make the deck. There's no head and there's no tail. It's just literally a cycle, which I like. I like the style of that. That mixed with the 1970s Catherine wheel thing kind of does it for me. Anyhow, the World, of course, is the final card of the Major Arcana, 21, which we have there in our Roman numerals. Posh. It's when we're ending a cycle and we're starting another, but I don't think we're at the kind of final bit of the cycle. It's weird, and this is going to be weird. Okay, so let's get weird. Scorpio season starts on the 22nd, is it? Is that Tuesday? Yes. Scorpio season starts on the 22nd, and there's just a whole, it's like we're in a bit of a trench at the end of a cycle. But you know when you are downloading or uploading a video or something, and you've got that bar, and the bar goes from 0 to 100, and you're like, yay, it went from 0 to 90 in about 7 minutes. Cool. And then the last 97, the last 3%, it's at 97%, last 3% suddenly takes hours. That's where we're at. We're in the last 3%, but it's such a big 3% that it's going to take a bit of a, it's going to take a lot to get us to have a red hot crack at it and get us over the line. Okay, you know it's serious if I start trying to do my Australian accent, don't you? Okay. Seriously bad, mutter the Aussies. Okay, right, now that Tower card showed itself to me as I was shuffling, and I was like, not sure if it's like, you never know if they're a grower or a shower in tarot, and I was like, well, I'll challenge you, I'll put you back in, and we'll see if you come back out, which it deftly did. So, alrighty, we've got the Tower. The Tower is Pluto energy, it's Scorpio energy, it's lightning energy, it's striking the tree, all of those things. It's all happening with the Tower. So I like that this is an organic tower, so it's a tree rather than a brick-built building. And it makes a difference for some reason. There's a breaking down of the old guard going on. And for everybody, the old guard will be different. And the new guard will be different too. But here it is. And we have the Mother of Cups, which I think this would be the equivalent of the Queen of Cups, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just getting my brain to tune in. Queen of Cups is when you get all of your prescience and you get your intuition and you get your subliminal feelings. And, you know, it's that whole I drink and I know things thing. And it's the empaths, it's the divine feminine, it's all of those. So in between these really quite, I would say, yang cards is this lovely yin interlude. And this is you when you're sort of taking a spiritual beat and just thinking, whoa, look at the show. Rather than, I need to make this happen, I need to make that happen. It's like, I'm going to get the good wine glass out. And we've all got a good wine glass. Not the 35p Tesco's, you know, it's one of those teachers in a staff room after school having a celebration because someone's leaving glasses. Not one of those, but your good glass. And just watch the world go by. Watch the show and just, what's it Louis MacNeice said? There's a poem called Snow by Louis MacNeice. World is suddener than we fancy it is one bit. Something about it being plural. Oh, I've said it before, but it's such a good poem. Snow by Louis MacNeice. Incorrigibly plural. Oh, fantastic. So I'm having a moment myself. Okay. Then we get the Eight of Wands. Oh, look at all this lightning and stuff coming in. This is big insights dropping in, but you're not necessarily going to get them in real time. It's a bit of time release type thing going on. It's an 8, so it's kinetic, it's movement, it's flow, it's something happening, it's a momentum, it's gathering, but it's not necessarily going to feel like that. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is beautifully illustrated. That's really gorgeous, isn't it? This is a real classic deck. I don't know when it came out. It was about 8 years ago, maybe a bit less. It's been good ever since I had it though. Anyway, Jupiter in Capricorn, the Two of Pentacles, starting to move Pentacles through infinity, which of course is a number 8, having a big rest. And this is starting to try things out. It's a 2, so it's not like a heavyweight number. It's trying a little bit of this and trying a little bit of that. A shift here, a shift there. Okay, nice. Oh, this card has come up loads recently. Let's just tuck it in here, as the actress said to the bishop. I know that I can adjust the camera, but somehow that escapes me. Right, then we got the Hermit. I love this Hermit, isn't it gorgeous? So Hermit energy, let's try and get it to actually tune in. There we are. Hermit energy. And of course, this is the energy of, it can be solitude, but it can also be like a psychological solitude. So it's plenty of videos actually. One of them is the Manic Street Preachers. They have a video where the guy, the singer, is standing and the crowd is all moving behind him, but he's standing still at the front and singing a great song, which I can't mention the name of because YouTube's really bad about music. But anyway, it feels like you could be standing still in the middle of a very busy environment. So it doesn't mean you're necessarily tucked in with your PJs at home or sitting in a cave on the edge of society. You can be right in the thick of it, but you are also enclosed in your own sort of bubble of understanding. And I feel that this is the energy as we go into the darkening, you know, of Scorpio season, into the gloaming. What a word. What a word. All the words are happening today. Lots of words. I think that's from maybe Adrienne Rich poem called The Fish Yard or something like that. Woof, we are culture vultures today. So, okay. We are closing out a cycle, but it's the last 3% and it takes longer than the other 97. We've got the Mother of Cups, so we're using our intuition and it's giving us insights, some of them quite sudden, some of them we want to verbalize as well, and that's good, but take things small, test things out. A bit like when you dye in your hair and you do a test patch, you know, that kind of thing. And then know that we are in a bubble of our own power and understanding, even if we're in a crowd. Have a good weekend. Let me know what you're up to, and I will see you soon. Namaste.